Hello dear students and dear friends. Again we are with a new video and today I am going to deal one of the greatest ballad of English literature written by John Keats. Yes, this is romantic ballad Isabella or the Pot of Basil. Yes students, very interesting poem this is. And first thing I want to tell you that John Keats, that he has lived a very short span of life in this world and given an immortal output in English literature, especially in romantic age. You know that he belongs to second generation of romantic poets with P.B. Shelley and others. Students, Isabella or the Pot of Basil is a ballad. First of all, you should know what is ballad. Ballad means a narrative poem with some certain emotion written in musical form, in lyrical form, with an unexpected end, a dramatic end, as you know. So that is called a ballad. And ballad is very popular form of romantic poetry, as it has been written by William Wordsworth, as you have studied Lucy poems. S.T. Coleridge has written excellent ballads, as you have studied Rime of Ancient Mariner. And who can forget La Belle Dame Sans Mercy by John Keats, and again this by John Keats. Students, in the ballad, that in the ballad the verse proceeds in story form, in narrative form, and it arises a kind of interacting emotion in a reader's mind. And you cannot guess what would happen in the end. What is going to happen in the end? Because its starting is always very interesting, very exciting and romantic, that you becomes curious. A very heavy interest rises in your heart, and you become very much curious to proceed in the poem. But in the end, the kind of end take place in ballad, you can never expect that it would happen in the end. As in Lucy poems you have studied, what kind of dreams has been just watched by William Wordsworth about Lucy, but in the end she died. Dil ke armaan आंसुओं में बह गए. Very same kind of description in La Belle Dame Sans Mercy. When you start reading La Belle Dame Sans Mercy from the beginning, when the knight was asked, "Oh, what can ail the knight at arms palely loitering, the says as withered no word sings." When he starts describing why he is in this condition, very excellent and romantic kind of description. She has given me 4 kisses and just closed my eyes, and manna dew, divine kind of fruit was offered. She took me in her cave throughout the day. Night and that beautiful lady just made an excellent journey, very interesting journey on a horse. So very romantic and interesting kind of description, but in the end, Knight found himself in the cave where he was not alone. I saw pale kings, pale princes, pale warriors too. All were they crying, La Belle Dame Sans Mercy, La Belle Dame Sans Mercy. Death, like pale, was there on their faces. The very same kind of description you will find in several poems, an unexpected end. This is the same thing in this poem Isabella. Students, that autobiographical touch or subjectivity is one of the greatest quality of romantic poets. And in this poem you will find the same thing. This is the reflection of the life of John Keats. And that John Keats lived in this world only from 1895 to 1921. A very short span of life he has just survived here. His life was in the clutch of tuberculosis like disease. And he knew that we will not remain long in this world. And I am just going to relate this poem from his life. Dear students, you must have all the data what I am just going to tell you. Students, you know that this poem Isabella or the Pot of Basil was written in 1818. And you know that's from 1795 to 1821. This was the only short time period. Means in 1821 he died and he has written this poem in 1818. Very remarkable thing. Means he was in the end of his life. And you know that the final days, the final years of John Keats' life was survived in Italy, because doctors and physicians has suggested John Keats that nothing is left in your body. You will not remain in this world long. And if you want to remain in this world 2 or 3 years more, the better for you to leave England, better for you to leave London and go somewhere warmer places, because the kind of chill and cold is here. Your body is very weak and that will not just face this kind of chill and cold here. That's why in the later phase of life John Keats lived in Italy. And when he was leaving for Italy, he requested Mary Brown. You know Mary Brown who is? Yes, Mary Brown was the girl whom loved John Keats was fallen in love very much. And you know that in the last phase of life John Keats wanted to remain his remaining life with Mary Brown, but unfortunately she refused. So in the final phase of life John Keats felt very much alone. She wanted to remain in this Brahmand, in this universe, long and long. He has great curiosity for the further life. And you know that whatever span of whatever years of life you have survived in this world, or any man has survived in the world, when he reaches on the edge of life, he always felt that we have not received the expectations. A huge is left here. Untraveled world. We are leaving this world untraveled. As you have studied, if you have interest in Hindi literature, Harivansh Rai Bachchan's Madhushala, if you have, very nice lines always touches me, and very significant here to just mention. कितनी थोड़ी सी जीवन की हाला हा मैं पी पाया, कितनी थोड़ी सी जीवन की हाला हा मैं पी पाया, कितनी जल्दी बंद हो गई मेरी जीवन मधुशाला, कितनी जल्दी बंद हो गई मेरी जीवन मधुशाला. The same kind of thought was in the mind of John Keats. He wanted to get more and more love, but his physical health was not allowing him. And the separation of Mary Brown made him more and more weak. And its autobiographical impression you will watch in La Belle Dame Sans Mercy also. Actually, in La Belle Dame Sans Mercy, the knight was none other but John Keats himself, and very beautiful lady without mercy was none other but Mary Brown. So, what kind of thought to remain in this word to remain in this Brahmand? Actually, I am just describing it because I have been just ordered by one of my senior to make it clear what Brahmand concept is there. So this is the general thing that in the age of life you feel everything like in your life. You want to just remain in this world. You don't say that I am satisfied with this world. Everybody just leave this world unsatisfied. Same kind of thing was there in the mind of John Keats. In this kind of feel, actually the kind of likeness he was feeling in his life of love, the kind of intense love was in between Mary Brown and John Keats was. And how he wanted to live more and more in this world. But he knows that I don't remain long in this world. In that dejection and sadness, and also pining for love, more and more lust for this world, more and more curiosity for this Brahmand, this universe, he has written this poem. He was very much inspired by a great creation, Decameron. Yes, Decameron by Boccaccio. Same kind of description is there. That's why he is just inspired by this creation and he has written this poem. Students, actually, the narration of this poem and its setting is there from Florence, Italy, where he has survived his remaining life, means last phase of his life. He was living the life of a loneliness, a life of isolation. He wanted to just survive in this world more and more. He wanted to get his love, what he didn't. So actually its setting is there in Florence, Italy. And this is the narration of Isabella and Larengo. Actually, there are 3 or 4 phases in this long ballad. In the first phase, the love description of Isabella and Larengo is given there. Very nice and romantic description. So much beautiful Isabella was when we starting the starting lines. Fair Isabella, poor simple Isabella. Very nice. Means very beautiful she was. Here the word poor in the first line is not for the poverty actually, but the kind of love was there in the life of Isabella and Larengo, but it could not openly expressed because Larengo was the servant-like man in the family of rich Isabella, and this was the tradition of Italian society, as you have studied in Duchess of Malfi by John Webster, that the Duchess was killed in the end. Ferdinand and Cardinal told not to marry again Duchess because it was a matter of prestige to just get engaged with a man in low status, as Duchess was fall in love with Antonio. Very same kind of description is there that Isabella fall in love with Larengo and Larengo was servant-like. He used to work in that family. She fall in love very much. Very romantic love description is there in the first part. And when Isabella's brother smelled it. Something is going on like that. So they decided to murder Larenjo to make her sister away from the love of this man Larenjo, because it was a matter of prestige, it was a matter of standard. And in the first part, the love description is made, and in the second part, murder. How Larenjo was murdered by Isabella's brothers. And in the third part, in the dream of Isabella, Larenjo as a ghost came, as a vision came, and informed that I have been murdered, just as we have studied in Hamlet. Very same kind of thing is here, and Isabella is informed that actually he has been killed and murdered. But she could not do anything like you have found in Duchess of Malfi. But she decided to search the dead body. She went there in the graveyard. She found the grave and she digged it out. She wanted to make out the body, but she could not. So only she cut the throat from the neck, the head of the dead body of Larenjo, and she carried it with her and put it in a vessel, basil, just a gamla like you can say, and put it there, and on that she planted basil, and in that pot basil well flourished. And only this secret was in the mind of Isabella, that the head of my lover is there in this vessel. She used to weep with that. She used to sit beside it hours and hours. She used to weep in the memory of Larenjo. But her brother Ismail, that something is there is strange in it. Why she used to sit with this only and used to weep? Something is there. And in the absence of Isabella, they searched and found that the head of dead body of Larenjo is there in this vessel. And this was discovered. This is the third phase of this narrative poem. The secret was discovered, and finally, in the absence of the love, the doings of the brothers, Isabella became mad in the love of Larenjo, and in the end she died. The somewhere its impression is of the life of John Keats himself. The kind of dejection he was feeling in the position of his miserable condition, in the condition of isolation, in the condition of loneliness, in the condition of sickness, weakness, tuberculosis attack, and also the love separation from Mary Brown. She wanted to get more and more from this world. He had a lust for more and more in this world, from this universe. He didn't want to just leave this universe. A pining kind of vision was about this universe in the mind of John Keats. As you know, in the beginning of this video, I have told you that whatever achievement you have got in your life, hundreds of years although you have just survived in the life, but in the end you feel that this universe has been untraveled for me. We have not just survived what I expect. A kind of hunger is remained in the heart of a mind. Thirst for the journey of this world remained in the heart of man who is on the edge of his life. The same kind of thing is there in the heart of John Keats. Students, means he has great curiosity for more and more of this world. but he knows well that we are not going to survive long in this world. All these things are there in this story, very in this poem. Very nice ballad it is. And when you start this poem, very interesting poem, I'm just giving you the starting lines. Fair Isabel, poor, poor palmer in love's eye, poor palmer in love's eye, they could not in the self same mansion dwell, without some star of heart, some melody. They could not sit at meals but feel how well it soothes ease to be the other by. They could not share beneath the same roof sleep, but to each other dream and might deep. It means in the heart of Lorenzo and in the heart of Isabella, only both were in each other's heart. They could not but live with each other. They could not eat with each other. They could not sit side by side, but in their heart they both were the single one. Very nice romantic description is there, but in the end you will find that in the beginning Lorenzo is murdered, and in the end Isabella became mad and died. So this kind of nice ballad, and actually this is the description of the life of this very man John Keats. As you know that in romantic poetry, supernaturalism is one of the greatest quality, as you have found the description of vision here. And also, you know, the subjectivity is another very important quality of the life of the romantic poetry, you know, the students. So all these things I have tried to make you clear about this poem. You must study it in summarized way. I have just made you all the things clear. And also again in the end, I want to just tell you that this universe, this Brahmand, remain always untraveled for a man. Although how much achievement and glory he has achieved in his life, but in the end he feels that I want to remain in this world more and more, and I want to get more and more love, especially and especially in the life of John Keats. The same kind of thing was there. As I want to just recite again. कितनी थोड़ी सी हाला जीवन की हा मैं पी पाया, कितनी थोड़ी सी जीवन की हाला हा मैं पी पाया, कितनी जल्दी बंद हो गई मेरी जीवन मधुशाला, कितनी जल्दी बंद हो गई मेरी जीवन मधुशाला. With this remark, I would like to thank you, dear students. Thank you very much.